And welcome back. A Zamboni driver with Dark Souls. We're in the middle of Sen's Fortress, and I know some of you probably saw some items that I didn't get. I like to come to this bonfire before getting a lot of them, just because it's a nice place to, central place to kind of warp back to. Because otherwise you end up doing a lot of backtracking through Sen's. I'm wearing a little different gear because I wanted to use this Black Knight shield that I got a while back. It's got really good stability for a shield that can parry. It's a little heavier though, so I gotta have some different equipment. So I'm going back through Sen's. So actually, I went all the way back. Oh, I missed. I went all the way back. I walked all the way back to Firelink Shrine to feed some of my crap to Frampt. And then I joined the Way of White Covenant once again. Not really important, but I did that. So basically there's a big hole here, and we can drop down. It'll hurt, about half your health, but it won't kill you. Now, on rare occasions, I'd say about 50%, no, about 10% of the time, there's a guy who's going to drop down and follow you. So don't hang out there and heal. I come down here and heal. And now we're in an area that we have not been yet, with guys that we have seen before. So, wow, terrible. Getting hit by the first enemy. Okay, so now we have a couple more options. First we'll pick up this because there's nothing stopping us. And we got a nice little drop down area. Down here is a Titanite demon. Similar to the one, or almost identical to the one that's between the blacksmith and Darkroot Garden. They're worth killing. He's twitching. But they're not easy. Especially because in this area the ground is swampy or tar-like. So you kind of get stuck. Or not stuck, but you move slowly, which makes it more challenging. Which is why I switched to a better shield. So basically, because of this guy's location, you can really easily do a plunging attack on him. Yeah. I don't think he can actually hit you from up here. Yeah. But it's a little challenging to actually fight him down here. If you have a decent weapon and are not afraid of taking a hit or two, it's not too bad, but yeah. So we can pick up some items. Like, this is my normal running speed and this is my sprint speed at this point. So if you really wanted to get into a slugfest, it can get pretty ugly. Now the good thing is that there are guaranteed drops of the demon Titanite. So you will want to kill them eventually. I just threw on the rust iron ring, so I'm not going to actually fight these guys. There's one more here, and there's two more through that gateway. I'm not going to be fighting any of them yet, any more of them anyway, because there's not a lot of point for me to. The way out is in this back corner. It's actually closest to where we came into Sen's Fortress for the first place. Alright, I don't need the ring anymore. Put that back on. I really like the item discovery, which is probably my curse. I was thinking about the lightning spear you get is one of the biggest troll items you get that I can think of. See, right here is where we entered Sen's, more or less. We're gonna take the soul, but we're not gonna go this way yet, because this is a fake wall. Dun 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 dun. But anyway, the lightning spear is a pretty good troll because its stats make it look like one of the best items you could have at this point. I think it has like a 300 AR or something like that, attack rating, but it's split between physical and lightning, so it's already not as good as it's advertised. But the bigger thing is that it's actually very soon the most challenging boss you'll fight, as in if you're going straight through, like within a half an hour or an hour, the guy is, well, one of them is strong against lightning, and it uses mostly lightning elementals. So if you suddenly get it like, oh, I'll just use this, I don't need anything else, you're gonna find yourself with a pretty, not useless weapon, but a weapon that's not gonna do you a lot of good. So we're gonna kill this guy. He doesn't respawn. Usually drops a chunk of something. Oh, I was right. Titanite chunk. This is kind of a cool little area. You can see the church. Yeah, that's where he fought the gargoyles. There's the bridge that leads back to the little church where the blacksmith is. You know, you can look around. It's pretty cool. There's some more sens. But yeah, so if you're, one thing about the sens is that it's not a point of no return, but it feels like it. Because right now, all the areas in the game have been pretty well interconnected. They kind of loop around and get back through each other, which is good design. I like it a lot. What have you been doing? Why are you suddenly dead? I don't know why that guy had no health, and I don't know why he suddenly committed suicide, but he did. I was going to kill these two guys just to see if I can get one of their swords. If I can do this right this time, this little spear trap is enough to kill one of these guys outright. If they all have the same guy. Oh, they didn't all have the same guy. That's okay. I finished them off. Yippee. Alright, so let's see. But yeah, from Sens, you go directly to another place, and the only way to get back is to go through Sens backwards, which is not that hard. I mean, I just showed you, half of the trek. But, if you're really not liking Sens and you feel like you're out of your class in the next area, it doesn't leave you a lot of options. Wow, I just got myself killed, nearly. There's not a whole lot of reason to go down there. You certainly can at this point, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna head back to the bonfire. But yeah, so that's actually how I got decent at Sens, was I had to, because I was in the next area. It's Andor Londo, if you care. And I was not particularly well equipped. I wasn't strong enough to go forward, and so I made my way back, and you have to go all the way through Sens backwards, and then of course forwards again to get back in there. So, wow, sad. More crap. But yeah, so now we're moving forward again. The boss of Sens Fortress is not particularly difficult, but he hits hard, so you're not going to want to be asleep when you fight him. There are, I think, 2 or maybe 3 more of those giant golem things that I killed, behind the hidden wall. And one of them is up there. He's the guy who's throwing these big explosion-y things at you. Yeah, those things. That actually hit me. My shield's blocking it, but it's actually hitting me. So, if you're wondering who to blame, it's that guy. He sees you, he throws them. He's kind of annoying. Okay, down there so I can get this. Get away from all those. Oh, crossbow guy. I forgot what these guys are called. I don't know. These are giant knights, like the one we fought in the church, the parish. They're very unusual because you can actually parry their attacks. I'm not going to because it's difficult and they're quite punishing if you fail. But you can't counter or backstab them. The one that we fought in the church doesn't respawn, but this guy does. And there's a couple others that do. And they actually have some decent drops, so they're not bad for farming. This is a little side path that we get to go on. You actually get to meet a named NPC this way, I believe. Unless I'm completely lost, which does happen. Yep. I believe this is Richard. Don't get too overzealous because he will actually parry your attacks. Farewell. Yep. Ricard's rapier. Rapier? Rapier. I don't know. And 2 harmless chests. One containing a divine blessing. And the other... I don't actually remember. Oh, rare ring of sacrifice. So, nice little detour. I believe that this guy, the Ricard, is actually the guy in the intro who throws the corpse down with a key on it. And then the asylum. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is. So, interesting, minute bit of trivia. Anyway, continuing on through Sen's Fortress. As long as you're going pretty quickly, you shouldn't get hit by too many of those fiery blasts, but do be careful. You don't have to get hit by very many of them to ruin your day. I think he throws another one right here, even though it's not marked by the blackness. But yeah. There's another Balder Knight in this nice narrow corridor. So we get in a stab fest. He's gonna win. Oop. Just a little slow. Oh. No healing. I know, I'm a jerk. Ooh, he gave me lots of stuff. This is an interesting little dead-end area. There is nothing over here. Nice view, of course. There's really nothing over here. Hey, look, that's where the balls were rolling at us, and we met the round fella again. Siegmeyer? Yeah, I think his name's Siegmeyer. Ah, yes, the great cages. These are locked, but it's the shortcut to the earlier part of Sen's. So if you get the cage key, you can not warp, but cut through most of Sen's without too much issue. It's very much worth doing. Maybe that's the corner I was thinking of. I don't know. One of the very few crossbow Balder Knights that you fight. Nice enough to give me a little bit of humanity. Over there, I believe the only thing over there is there's an NPC summon you can summon. Maybe I should have said an NPC you can summon over there that will help you with the boss. But here, we find the jerk who's been throwing shit at us. And we repay him in kind by slicing up his crotch and trying not to get stepped on. Wow. I just lit his crotch on fire. He's big, slow, and his attacks do hurt. But it's not that hard to fight. Just watch out for his one crazy attack chain, that thing. Because that will eat most of your life pretty quickly. But afterwards it tires him out, so he just waits for you to kill him. Another chunk. You have to break those, but there's not much point in it. So, there's one more of those guys. Oh, and there's the boss of the area, the Iron Golem. Golem? I think it's Golem. He's through that fog gate. But we're not going to do that yet, because we like stuff. And boy do I like stuff. Over there, you may notice, is a guy who is continually dropping boulders through a hole, and that is actually what causes the boulders to fall on you in the first chunk of the first part of the game. The first part of Sen's. And we're going to repay him in a moment. You know, this is entirely optional, but I just wanted to show that you can do it. So, we're going to jump first this way. Oh god! Wow, I thought for sure I was going to fall off. And talk to this guy, who has a lovely outlook on things.
Another undead, eh? I took my Sen's Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
Yeah, you can buy some stuff. He sells. He's one of the first guys you see who sells the large Titanite shards. The only problem is they're quite pricey. There other merchants sell them for cheaper. He sells the Katarina and the Baldur set, and the steel set that he's wearing. And I'll buy a couple arrows. I'm kind of low on arrows. Sure.
There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of faith in us.
Oh, try and make, but nothing will come of it. And I should know.
He doesn't have a lot of faith in our success. Some people might kill him just for that. Now we go down this tower. Now this tower, something about the stairs just reminds me so much of Demon Souls, the Boletarian Palace. There are a couple towers that have very similar stairs. And I know that it shouldn't just immediately led me to that, but that's what I think of. So we find a nice other lightning dude who falls to our blade. And there's the cage key, so now we can shortcut back and forth quickly. Now, if we can make a couple jumps skillfully, we can go kill the last of the giant jerks before killing the other giant jerk. Yippee. Yeah, do not fall off those stairs, because you can, and it will hurt a lot. See if I can make this jump. Nope. This is going to hurt. Well, in any case, left me to here, where I can get the sniper crossbow. And you just jump down here. There are a couple ways to get there. One is obviously that. That way it's not recommended. It hurts a lot. You can jump from... not here, but the next one, I believe. Yeah. A running jump from here will get you there. Even though it looks like you're going to be impaled by those spikes, you will not be. And the last way, which is the way I'm going to go try to do, is from the platform that guy's standing on. I'm going to heal up just so I don't die from this part. Yeah, the jumps are tricky. That one's not too bad, but... So now we can battle this guy. I don't even know if this guy drops anything. I just like to kill him because he was throwing rocks at me, and I don't appreciate people who throw rocks at me. Oh, he punched me in the face. That would hurt a lot. I'm sorry. Oh god, I am gonna die. Don't fall down the hole. You can. It'll make you sad. Oh god. Basically, you stay in his crotch, he has a hard time hitting you until he stomps, and then that will hit you. He falls on me, but doesn't hurt. He didn't drop anything for me. Oh well. I don't even know if he can. Okay, now, weirdly, you like can't walk up these sides, and it's even difficult to jump up some of them. But you're not actually stuck. You can jump out. It's just a little finicky. Oh, come on. Did it just the other day because I wanted to remember if I could actually do this. You can also jump through the hole and go through the latter half of Sens, which also would have worked, which I could have made a lot easier on myself, but oh, come on. Did this just the other day, just so I could remember if it can be done. And that's really kind of annoying me that I'm struggling with it now. Right? No. Swear to God, it was like, eh. Okay, give a couple more tries, and then I will do this, or I'll do it the other way. I swear to God, you can make it. Okay, I know we're in the age of if you can't show a video of it, it's not proof or it's not true. But oh, you can't break these for some reason. I guess because the other ones were supposed to be filled with oil and such to blow up, and there it is. See, I knew I could do it. Maybe you got to be up on the ledge with the balls. Yeah, those are just rocks. Alright, so now we have a choice. We can either try and kill the the boss with one Estus flask, but there'll be no resistance between us and the boss. Or we can get our Estus back and deal with some resistance. But the guys who throw stuff at you won't be back, so I'm going to do that. And I'll actually... yeah, I'll level up. Yeah, fine. Oh, I should mention that you can actually go and get the ember that is required for to get normal class weapons up to plus 15. You can get that ember right now. Actually, you can get it the second you show up at Firelink. It's a little bit challenging of a run, and much to my sadness, you cannot do it without killing the NPC that is holding it. Later on, he will just hand it to you if you meet him, but at this point, you can't do it without actually killing him, which is very sad. So that's why I decided not to get it, which means I'm not going to have plus 15 weapons for this fight, which I actually think I have enough chunks and slabs to make my claymore plus 15. I'm killing this guy even though there's not a lot of reason to, but I really like drops, so large shard, not bad. Okay. So anyway, the Iron Golem is not particularly a difficult boss. See, that guy comes back, but the other guys do not. Well, I mean, obviously the crossbow jerk over there does, but most of the other guys do not come back. I wonder if I can time this right so I can... yeah! The two-handed post-roll attack is a stab. I didn't want to take a chance of bouncing off walls. Oh. Yeah, I should have done this earlier. I got the cage key, so now I can use the cage key to open this. The cage key is also what you use to free... what the freak is his name? Big Hat Logan. Hello. See, now we're back very early in Sun's Fortress. And we're just messing with them because I don't actually want to be here. But I always take the lift after I unlock the door just to make sure that you have one up and one down. So either way you're coming, you can get there. But it's a nice little shortcut. Allows you to skip the majority of sends. You can jump down there and walk on that stuff. There's not a lot of reason to, but it's interesting that you can go there. Pretty sure there's no items down there. Alright. So, without further ado, I suppose it's time to fight the Iron Golem. Now, of all the bosses, this one reminds me the most of Gargoyles from Demon Souls. Even though it's just one and all that. Just because I always seem to get knocked off the freaking sides. He sends shockwave attacks if you're far away. And, but if you're close up, he won't do many shockwaves. Or you won't have to deal with them. He will stun you if you're nearby some of his attacks, even if they don't hit you. I just staggered him a little bit, which is awesome. Oh, geez, I staggered him a lot. He's also very reminiscent of... seriously? Of the, what's it called? Iron something. He's gonna be pissed. Oh, shoot, he grabbed me. This is not a one-hit kill, it just hurts a lot. Clearly, it was not a one-hit kill because I lived. But, yeah, it's not something you want to get hit with regularly. Forgot about that. I like lighting his feet on fire. I can't even remember what that guy's called. It's like the first, or the second real boss in Demon Souls, the giant knight guy. Farewell. Yeah, so he's not too bad. I did not actually mean to leave my gold surplus ring on, but it didn't really matter. And now we have our path is clear. There's the souls. So we examine this ring of light, which is very unique because it always looks like a donut, no matter what angle you look at it from. Like, you would think if it's a ring, you know, from the side, it would look more like a line, or nope, it's always a ball with, I don't know. Anyway, we examine it, and just like in times past, I guess, I don't know. This reminds me of Demon's Souls 2. These guys, who would just say, "Hey, what's up? Don't fight it. Hold on tight." I don't know why they sent 3 when only 2 carry you, but bring you all the way up here. Oops. To the beautiful land here. The land of the gods. Who are also probably bigger than me. Or humans. Although they had plenty of human servants, so they knew how to deal with them too, I'm sure. So we are in Andor Londo. And you can actually talk to this guy. I don't know if he'll let me do it right now, but oh, you can. And he will bring you back to the top, or to the Sen's fortress, place you just came from. So you can warp back and forth as much as you like, which is fortunate. So you're not actually stuck here, just sort of stuck here. And that is not a statue. He moves very slightly and is a... I forgot what these things are officially called. They're like giant guardians or something, but yeah. They actually hit pretty hard. Luckily they don't have that much ridiculous health. Well, they give good souls, so there is that. They're not the kind of guys you want to fight 2 at the same time if you can help it, though. So I suggest any form of ranged attack to try to pull one of these away. Not that they're impossible to fight 2 at once, but they're more annoying than they should be 2 at once, because their attacks have shockwaves and oh, you know, and range and all that. Crotch stabbing. Oh my god. See, never playing a strength build, really. Like, I've always been, like, dex or you know, lightweight stuff. I've never been in a situation where I could just stagger this many giant-ass guys. It's really handy. I gotta tell you. No drops from me. Over here is a regular chest, but there are mimics in this area, so be forewarned. That is a fellow we'll be fighting later. Pretty soon, actually. Not soon, but yeah. Our next real boss is that guy. The Dragon Slayer Ornstein. And we've reached a crossroads. A large crossroads. That is where you need to go to progress. It doesn't look like it, but it really is. There is a bonfire, complete with fire keeper. And this way is the way to progress much later in the game. And some goodies for now. So I will take the goodies for now. And I'm going to show the yellow fog gate because I can. Now, to my knowledge, there are 3 yellow fog gates. I am not 100% certain, but I believe there are only 3. And you cannot pass them right now. Not until you clear Andor Londo. I'll just show it just for the heck of showing it, but yeah, they are yellow gold fog gates, and you just cannot go there. And actually, those fog gates are one of the main reasons that you have to beat the Bell Gargoyles Yeah, it's because of those fog gates means you have to come to Andorlando and clear Andorlando to progress, and yeah. And I just hit the wall. You guys have deceptive range, actually, with that horizontal swing. Alright, back to 3-hit kills. I really like being able to stagger these guys. These guys do respawn. Hey, giant's shield. It'd be fine if even when you equipped it, it was the same size. Nope, bad. Yeah, because it'd be like bigger than you, and you know. I mean, I know my sword's like big anyway, but to carry a shield that is like, you know, that much bigger than you is just really amusing to me for some reason. No drops, huh? Alright. Well, here's a good demonstration of the differences. That is a mimic. Notice the chain on the right side. And that is a chest. I cannot tell you how long players puzzled at what was which. I don't know if... I think that actually did more damage than the... They make funny noises, too. Those are just weird. Crystal halberd, and nothing else. That's actually a pretty good weapon at this stage, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, it's actually stats-wise better than my current weapon. But Crystal has the limitation of not being able to be repaired. So it's, you know, not a long-term solution. Anyway, here's the bonfire. Here's our bonfire keeper. Do not kill her.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anorlando, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
Yeah, she tells you straight out to go over here and go straight. Which is why I always laugh. They're like, I'm in Andorlando, I don't know where to go. It's like, talk to the one person who will talk to you, and they will tell you exactly where to go. But anyway, we finished up Sens, we started Andorlando. I think I'm gonna call this a video. So, thank you all for watching. This has been a Zamboni Driver with Dark Souls.